International Master Sladgie, William Pascal, and we are here with the Ponda, our friends. Astrobate, we're going to be taking casual challenges, 5-3 through 7 plus 3. You got me, Dimitrios. That's Demetrius. You got yourself an upset from the Tuesday tournament. Very good job. Minor upset. Did you beat the DK guy? You beat DK guy? Wait a minute here. You better not beat DK guy. He's never going to make another donation to the stream. Here. Where's the Pond Arena? Blitz Arena, sorry. Sparkleless Arena. Astrobate. You beat at 2000? You didn't even mention that? You lost to Boris. You lost to Jeroen. No discussion of that. Birds opening. You lost to that guy Ali Ben, who I tried to berserk against. You beat DK guy? What? In the Karo Khan defense? What did he do? He was berserking? Maybe he ran out of time? Not an analysis stream, but I just want to see this. So what's up? He berserked against you. Big mistake. Using your favorite weapon against you. It was a bad opening for you, but you negated that diagonal. You did a good job. Then he just went crazy. Wow. Yep, berserking failed. Failed berserk for DK guy. He got crushed. You had a good result there, Astrobate. But where's the Sparkleless Arena? So how did you finish up our arena yesterday? Let's see. Final standing. No, I want to see the arena. Want to see your arena result. Do I get a link for this? What is going on, dude? I want to see the arena itself. Where did it go? It's weird. Why can't I see? Alright, there it is. Astrobate, you didn't quite make it in the top 10. Top 20. Whatever happened to Pastor Hendrickson? They were complaining about him in the beginning. Number 24. Number 24. Win, win. Loss, loss. Is that a draw? No, you had a draw with someone? How does Astrobate have a draw with someone? Is that your first draw? On lichess? It must be like no material at the end or something. Literally. King versus king and bishop. Yeah, the guy in the first place was some random player who I suspected of using a friend to play on his account. He literally played on the Danes arena the same day or in the last day or two. Our friend Baratoshi Daniel had an arena that was like 3+2. 2 hours, very similar type of event. And the same guy, he had like a terrible score and played like a real 1700. So I don't know if lichess will do anything, but I submitted that as evidence for rating manipulation. Yeah, he wasn't like a computer, but it was fast, insanely fast, and enough to like cause me to lose and to cause Mr. Slowhand to lose from winning positions. Yeah, that was the deal with that. But whatever, you know, it's better than using a computer, I guess. I don't know. All right, Marwa is challenging me. He's been playing really well lately, so I'm gonna hold off on the game with Marwa to play a warm-up game. It's not an engine, dude. It wasn't an engine. He was -5 against me out of the opening in the Stonewall attack, but it was really, really fast. And I didn't expect him to play the endgame well. I went into an equal endgame and lost. I lost a pawn in the knight endgame and just resigned. No, I think it was a 2100 disguised as 1700. So everybody took him didn't take him seriously when they got paired with him, and then he just was performing 2200. I gave him a free game with a forfeit, so that raised his performance rating. But still, I mean, even if he's just 2150, it was unfair. All right. So let's play some weird openings blitz here. I want to get warmed up. Marwa is 2400. He's playing really well. So let's get a warm-up game. What am I doing? I think I gotta change the menu here just to make it more accessible. All right. Chess Volk. Here's a 3+2. All right, let's see if we can play the whole game using only 1 minute. Try to get my speed back a little bit. Carlsen Nakamura. No. C6. I don't know what's up with C6. You're supposed to play B4, C5, B4. I don't really play this line. I wish I knew what I was doing. We'll lose a tempo. It's always good. No. Roll, it's 1590. Ho ho. Give me that. Wonder if I could take with the bishop here. Don't have a bad bishop if I do that. Seems reasonable. The non-bad bishop. Then again, he didn't have to take it. He could have just left it there. Trading queens. $15.90. What? I mean, he's not played well, but he's played, okay for someone using just 2 seconds a move. I just can't believe how fast everyone is. It goes against everything I teach. Now what's he going to do if I play knight to c5 here? He'll escape. Better to improve my position. I could just take Capablanca. Capablanca style. Uber Driver guys submitted a game by Capablanca for the Thursday analysis stream, and we need some games. So keep in mind, Thursday analysis stream coming up. Strategic is not this guy's strong point. He lost a piece. Game over. Not a strategic player. Got plenty of time, though, to think about it. Alright, I'm warmed up. Now Marwa's going to drag me around. He's really good. Good. Let's go. Okay, 5+3, we got plenty of time, but I don't want to be, crushed on the clock. Oh, you're going to play this line again? Knight c3, e6 again? No, not this time. He's going into a proper English. Oh, he dropped a pawn. It's the bullet. Bullet attack. I think he ought to double the pawns there. And then he has a little bit more concrete type of compensation. not so easy. I'm down. I'm up a pawn, but it's got development compensation. That's unbelievable. The black would have close to enough compensation here. I have to close my window because the construction outside. I'll be right with you guys. This is embarrassing that he would play such a thing in the opening. Marwa is managing to do the opposite of what I try to teach people repeatedly. Now, he's very talented, but to just drop a pawn on move 3 because you're trying to play bullet chess, I mean, this is not a sacrifice. Yeah, in bullet chess it's okay, but you won't find any grandmasters making such a pawn sacrifice. I mean, with the white pieces it would be dubious enough. It's a little bit like a reverse Trumpowski. D4 might drop a pawn here. Quite sure what to do. D4, DC4, bishop C4, bishop F3. Gives the pawn back immediately. I mean, it's pretty crazy to play a dubious sort of Brasilimo style pawn sack down a tempo. You know, this, I don't know if he did this on purpose, honestly. I mean, if he does this on purpose, you're just like disrespecting your opponent. Now is D4 a threat? I don't think so. Now we have maybe D4 possibilities. What's going on with the position here? Wow. Black is just better now? I have to play like a computer to hold on. Up a pawn. That's pretty amazing. I guess D4 is a clear mistake. Wow. D4 looks like it was a clear mistake by me. So this is pretty unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm just panicking. I just don't want to lose. Maybe I can play for a draw. He instantly takes back on E5. What is going on? I don't know about that. I guess it's good though. I'm just confused. I don't even know what's happening here. What is the deal? have nothing to say. I'm just gonna like not commentate on games with this player anymore. Just too difficult. I should just concentrate on playing, frankly. Every move he makes is like some ultra aggressive move I didn't even see. He doesn't normally play like that. You know, it's like he altered his style overnight or something. He's usually more quiet, style-based play. He's never been this aggressive before. It's like a totally different opponent. Yeah, I mean, he sacked the pawn. I thought he just dropped the pawn because he moved too fast. Apparently, he's intentionally sacrificing this pawn. It's crazy. In retrospect, I guess queen c2 is a bad move. So check his latest move out. Bishop f6. Okay. Very hard for me to develop here. I can win a pawn. I'm not sure it's really worth it. That's quite a pawn sacrifice by black. Voluntarily sacrificing a pawn like that. He voluntarily sacked that pawn. With rook on e to d8. I want to look at that position after the game. I'm kind of curious about that. I don't think I know anyone who would voluntarily sacrifice that pawn by undefending your knight on e4. Black has absolutely enough compensation for the sacrificed pawn. Just like psycho aggressive. Sacrificing a second pawn, that feels kind of greedy. But I'm tired of the games with this opponent, like constantly being about time. That's why I play 5+3. I don't want the whole game to be about time. Why does it have to be about time? Why can't we play normal chess? Even the 5-3 he turns into time. It's unbelievable. Man. Still black has enough compensation. Definitely has enough compensation. The only thing I conclude is that he doesn't listen to the stream when I make suggestions. The only thing I can really take away from it. He's definitely not listening to my suggestions. Well, he didn't play me that much, Acerbate. You know, I haven't played that many games against him on the stream. Okay, 100. I guess that seems like a lot. It's more than I thought, actually. He's just so insanely fast. The rook c6 move? Seriously? You found rook c6 to play rook f6. Another position worth looking at after the game, I think. The move rook c6 would be pretty difficult to find. That's an amazing move. There was another amazing move by Black. Like, he anticipated that? That's insane, dude. Perfect technique. I want to see the position with... He anticipated this rook and this king and pawn in game as well, which is pretty insane. But I want to see the move rook c6 here, because if you can anticipate that, you're like 2600. The engine doesn't like it. It plays queen c6. Basically, I don't like this rook in game for him after queen f4, g takes f4. I think I might have some winning chances there in that kind of structure, although it's maybe a draw anyway. This I thought is unbelievable. So the point is to play queen f4, rook f6, so he can trade rooks on his terms. Of course, there's other ways to defend it, but this move, for me, is unbelievable. To anticipate this and play this rook in game now, that's brilliant, you know. It's always a draw. I don't like the way he played it, though, at the end. You know, that was kind of awkward. Calculated this? Is it just me, or does Will play better? Do you think I played well in this game? What are you trying to say? Like, you think this is a good game for me? I'm playing awful, as always. TK guy, I'm a shadow of my former self. If you could have played with me like when I was playing Blitz all the time. I mean, this is a horrible game. I'm awful, you know. I'm extremely slow. I'm extremely inconsistent. I don't see any tactics. You know, this is not good. This is a bad game, I think, you know, by me. He was playing sloppy and fast, and I should have beaten him easily, like a lot of different ways. But it's like the speed is just out of control. I never quite had a technically winning position, you know, but the opening is insane. Like, who plays this? This has actually been played by some insane people. It's like a bullet opening. My next move was the best move according to the engine, e3. Yeah, I mean, I can play a rook and pawn in game with no losing chances really well because I'm not worried about getting mated. Of course, I play better when the queens are off the board. My fear factor goes down to 0, you know. But it wasn't really a problem. He was never lost. He instantly transitioned to that king and pawn game where most people would be like needing to think for a few seconds just to make sure they're not lost in the king and pawn game. Almost nobody, even strong players I know, would be confident like trading into the king and pawn game without at least spending like 10 or 15 seconds to think about it. He just instantly did it, you know. And that's pretty insane. So rook e8, so this is all his own idea. Rook e8. Knight f3. I played like the best possible moves. And as I said after the game, I think queen c2 here. Queen c2 here is a really significant tempo loss, and it takes away a piece that's sort of protecting my king side. This move is the beginning of my problems. My advantage drops from like 1.5 down to 0.9 or something. Plays perfectly. It's a great gambit for black. What should be just like a pawn down. Now, instantly the best move. At this point, I started to think I might be worse. You know, even though he's up a pawn, I mean down a pawn, I keep saying that. It's so ridiculous. Like, you look at the computer engine and it tells you that white is 0.7 better. Like, that's if white plays perfect moves. In most cases, black would probably have a better score. I think if I pitted like the average 1900 against the average 1900 in this position in a blitz match, black might even score better than white because black has the initiative, black has more development, and it's actually easier to play black than it is to play white in this position. As you can see, there's like one move that's advantageous to white, bishop d2, which I didn't even consider. At this point, I was so freaked out by my opponent's play that I just gave him the pawn back for nothing. Knight e5. Now black is slightly better after knight e5. I have to find perfect moves. Seriously. I mean, this is insane. You know? Who would play such a gambit with black? Wow. You know, I don't know what to say. That's some credible. But he doesn't stylistically play like that, usually. That's interesting. Last time I played him, he played knight c3, e6. So as far as I know, this is like his first c4, e5 game. Maybe he used to play that. I don't know. But man, never in my life has anybody played bishop b4. That's great for bullet chess. But I wouldn't recommend playing it in a tournament game if you don't want to lose all your ELO points. All right. Asterbase submitted a game for the Thursday subscriber stream. Guys, we'll be here tomorrow night at 6:30. No, I play crappy. I'm playing really badly, DK guy. But I feel safe once the queens are off, so I can start to play a little bit faster there when I'm not concerned about getting mated or something. I like endgames, and I play endgames more comfortably than the middle games with the queens on the board and low time. But I'm extremely slow and extremely out of practice. All right. I'm just happy that I didn't lose, given how fast my last opponent is. Nothing like getting a free pawn. He's giving me pawn odds, and he's like 400 points low rated. Well, over the board. But in blitz, okay, he's close. Ayesta, what is this? Nimzo. I pre-moved knight c3. I don't mind playing the Nimzo with white. It just requires a lot of theoretical knowledge. Yeah, Astrobate, Ayesta seems pretty strong. I don't remember what happened last time. Highlight my message. Dr. Alenikov has entered the chat. Dun dun dun. Okay. Queen c2 castles. Yeah, this... What did I used to play when I used to play white here? There's some sharp lines with e4. I don't think I ever played this with white and faced castles in my limited Queen c2 Nimzos. Seems like everybody always played c5. I actually don't have a lot of Nimzos with Queen c2, just a handful. Maybe I had a game with Kashishvili once where I lost. Even he probably played c5 though. c5 was really popular. Now d5 here is normal. I just played like some correspondence game on lichess. I saw a recent game where white actually won in this line. Although if you look at the opening explorer on lichess, it all works out to a lot of draws. There's a kind of sharp variation. This is not the move. It might be a move. Even that I don't know. F6 might even be better. But usually black plays c5 here. It's like a French. Now if I take on f6, queen f6, that's not good. I mean, I guess you could take on f6, takes on f6, queen f6, knight f3, try to play that position. Yeah, maybe it's not bad. It's going to be sort of sharp. Queen f6, knight f3, knight c6, castles. I don't know this. Good. Obviously, I could play knight e2 in a closed game. Might be better. It helps when I get positions that I've played before. And like last game, I'm exposed to this like gambit on move 3 by my opponent. So a move 3 gambit against English that's never been played in theory. Now I've got to play a sharp line of the classical Nimzo that I've never played. I mean, I'm doing it to myself in a way. I'm already slow, and playing sharp openings that I don't know is probably dangerous. But I know Ayesta is not that theoretical. Actually, my last opponent is not theoretical. So all they have to do is avoid what I know, and they're okay. Just stay out of my working knowledge of really well-prepared openings. The Bob Show. He really winded him on at some other stream, going right to the line, playing innocent. He did some investigations. He is a piece of work. Yeah, d4 was hanging. If you don't like your king side. No, let's see. Knight d4. Yeah, actually it deserves more consideration than I considered. It's sharp though. Knight d4, knight e4. Knight d4, knight e4, knight c2, knight f6 check is good for white. Knight d4. You know, it's kind of complicated because like knight takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop takes c3 or something like that. Might only be a little better for white. But yeah, I don't think it's good. To make a long story short, it is something we have to consider. Now Yeste making a very interesting decision here, sacrificing a pawn. What would Yasser Seirawan do? Opposite-color bishops, favorite concept of Magnus Carlsen, does give black a certain amount of dynamic chances on the white squares. But I don't think this particular example is good enough. He's down a pawn. He has a big hole at e5. And his white square bishop's having trouble getting into the game. At the end of the day, my dark square bishop's better than his white square bishop. Now I have bishop a3. Which just wins, I think. A move I was considering anyway. Since he doesn't have b6. We can look at the game after and check the theory, but I don't think at f5 is a good move. Maybe it's possible, but I know for sure that c5 is completely okay for black. Though I did see an odd game where black lost very recently, possibly in the candidates tournament, now that I think about it. I wonder if the games from the candidates tournament are in the lichess opening explorer yet. Probably not. I don't think that lichess is anything to do with organizing that. Yeah, so yeah, it's in there. Oh, this is a draw though. Giri Caruana from 2020. Maybe not the game I was thinking of. Giri Caruana from 2020. I thought there was a game where like white won in this line. Maybe this was the game I was thinking of. I thought that white won a game. This is all been analyzed. I had a correspondence game on lichess. It's just like a forced draw. It's ridiculous. Oh, this position, right. This is exactly like one of the correspondence games I had. I saw this, right. This must have been what I was thinking of. But for some reason, I thought that white won. Another draw. Maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe there was a game. Maybe in the... Possibly in the Magnus Rapid Extravaganza. You know what? I'm so up to date that it's very possible there was another game, not this one, but in the Magnus Extravaganza, where the same variation came up and white actually won. But I don't know. I can't remember now. No. I occasionally take correspondence challenges, but I only play like 5 days or more. So this is like a perfect game. It's a forced draw. All right, anyways. In our game against Ayeste, he played f5. Okay, so this move is... I was thinking about f6. Is f6 possible? f6 just bad. All right, so f5 And I was right to take. White has no wins. One game from Hungary, 2016. I know these guys. Zentai against Tompa. Tompa beat him. Older I am with black. Peter Zentai. This is 2016. He plays the classical Nimzo. I actually had a classical Nimzo with him. I think I had a classical Nimzo with him like a couple months ago. Anyway, Queen F6. So this is unusual. Knight F6. Knight F6 was played by Tompa. White is better. Queen F6. Knight F3. And these Finnish guys have a game with Queen G6. Yep. That looks like the best try. And this is a very well-known player, Jurola. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I always say Jurola. King F1 with advantage to white. Nice move. So, Jim, what's up? Nice badge. He subscribed with tier 1. Currently subscribed for 19 months on a 6-month streak. Thank you, sir, for being a subscriber and being supportive of the stream. This week, it reminds me I should thank those who donated. Mr. Slowhand, WJ Loof, Rufus and Doofus. Thanks, guys. I need your support to keep the stream going. Much appreciated, Mr. Jim. So anyway, I asked, this is probably not a great line. Yeah. He can't really take on d4. It's just a bad position. All right. Back to challenges. Stefanos, Health Master. I am taking the subscribers first. We're going to get some sunshine for you guys, for your lives, in a minute. It's almost the sunshine hour. 7 + 3, a refreshing time control. We had that scary game with Morwa, where I had like 20 seconds to 3 minutes, but I was better. And now we've got the 7 minutes, nice relaxing time control. Stefanos is a good player. Slightly more sound. Guys, please support the stream if you can. We had incredible winds, high winds here. Is that Mediterranean weather? Probably something from Siberia. It's like Hungary's in a weird place. We have like this like Mediterranean weather from Italy and places like that comes up. And then we get like weird, crazy cold Siberian air sometimes. Alright, so Accelerated Dragon. I don't remember what Stefanos does. Probably the Marazzi. I was looking at some Marazzi yesterday. So you're in trouble. I've been reviewing my Marazzi theory. I consider this to be one of my more solid defenses. Practically impossible to win with black and Marazzi. But we do our best to try. There are many different systems black can opt with. Opt for. Better word. But I don't think at the end of the day it matters if you play like the Gurgenidze system, if you play this, if you play some lines with knight to g4. It all seems to come down to the same thing. White is slightly better. The Marazzi is the price that black pays for playing the Accelerated Dragon. Oh, this is not weird. Alright, let's play another game. You're right. I've been playing normal openings and nobody said anything and I forgot. Do you want to just draw? We'll start a new game. Nobody pointed out like the Nimzo was a normal opening too. Against Morwa, I played a normal opening. I forgot it's Wednesday. Let's play another game. I always forget, you know. I played a normal opening the first 2 games, nobody said anything. I thought I could pull a fast one on you guys. It's Weird Wednesday. Yeah, maybe you guys did say something, but I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Bird Larson. So, at least we got the same color back again. Playing the bird Larson. Yeah, I didn't remember even against Morwa to play a weird opening. This is what I played against Pablo Blatny. Bishop g4 is one of Black's best moves. It works against almost anything, though. You can play it against b3, g3, this setup. Basically this Trompowsky-like setup with d5 and bishop g4. You can play it against b3, b4, g3, just knight f3, g3, knight f3, e3. I mean, pretty much like all these passive kind of weird, quiet setups that white can do. I like the setup, but I think that I like it more if you're a d4 player. So, Stefanos, if you're like an e4 player with white, you probably don't want to opt for this. You're going to be playing something more like a Trompowsky. Pavel Blatny did something horrible against me. How did he go? He played g3 and h3 really early. Although I don't think this is Black's best move. The problem with knight f6, it takes away all kinds of interesting ideas you have with an e5 pawn sacrifice, or maybe even f6 and e5. It's not bad for Black, but I think it's like less dynamic. Let me see. I think I played here with Black. I know what Blatny did. Blatny did like h3 at one point early. Knight c6, which just seems to weaken white's position. Knight c6, I think for Black is more dynamic than knight f6. Okay, so g3, if h5, then h3, I think will do. Other than g3, how am I going to develop my pieces here? I guess I could just play knight f3. Actually, it's not bad, come to think of it. Knight f3 is not that bad. I can let you double my pawns. Anything's better than what Blatny did. That was like this horrible tournament I played in 2003. Hikaru made his final GM norm. But when the tournament started, I was like leading like +3 after 4 rounds or something. And Hikaru's dad thought that I would get a GM norm. I ended up like falling on my sword and like finishing -1 or something horrible. There was this really stupid thing I did, trying to be like a nice guy. But we had a player drop out at the last minute, and it was a round robin. And I remember Dennis Friedman, or what's his name? Daniel Friedman from Germany, for Latvia originally. He came late, and like he had to make up a game with me, or he had to make up a game with someone. And he was late to the tournament. He was 1 round late. So he had to play on the rest day, and they asked people to volunteer. They asked people to volunteer to play on their rest day. And I agreed to use my rest day to help Friedman make up his game. And I lost this like torturous 7-hour game to Friedman in like a drawn endgame. And then my tournament just like collapsed after that. It was like horrible. I should have just like been selfish and taken my rest day and been +3 going into the game with Friedman like fresh. That's what you get for trying to be a good guy. Alright, so if I play d4, what am I going to do with d4? What do you want to do here, Jim? Jim's down with this position. He's a b3 player from way back. The Abava. The Dutch maneuver. You don't like my structure? Highly offended. So I want to put my knight on like b5 or e2. potentially. Or we can do like queen e2 and sort it out later. I feel like this move is going to be inevitable. Actually, I don't think my structure is a problem. The problem is sorting out my pieces. Sorting out this knight. If he castles kingside, he can come under a big attack. Looks really promising. White's chances to attack on the king side. I love reminiscing about the days when I was actually a good player. Bird Larson. Not really a great opening for white, but Blatny played it about as bad as you could play it. I think he did like bishop e2, knight c6, h3, bishop h5, g3. That had to be it. It was bishop g4, bishop e2, knight c6, which is a better move. And then it was h3, bishop h5. Your bishop doesn't get trapped because g4, bishop g6, f5, e6, and black's threatening mate in 1 on h4. You never get your bishop trapped. This is a good move, dude. h5 is a good move. He's not going to castle kingside, most likely. And I don't really want to play... h4. Good job. I like h5. Great idea. Strategically. And if you could play something like knight c6, maybe knight e7, knight f5, and all the pieces would get into the game flexibly. Okay, it's a really weird position for both sides. It just goes h4. I mean, the plan is to play rook g1 anyway. But maybe I have bishop e5 and g4 here. Wow. This is totally a new direction. I really was convinced he was going to take with the queen, so he attacks f4, so I have to play rook g1. I think I prefer this. Now he has to worry about g5. Maybe it's not a big deal he has that. But I mean, there's a lot of complications from these pawns on g4 and f4. I'm not sure about this. My bishop is a monster in this position now. You helped to arrange Danish Juniors in 1991. Otopalov, Delchev, Friedman, Agard. I didn't realize that Friedman was... He must have been one of the youngest. was Latvian, but he moved to Germany. He's like 2660 now. When I lost the game against him in 2003, he was like 2550. Gone up a lot. He's like one of the top players in Germany. It was so horrible. I was like +3 with a good chance for a GM norm, and I lost this. I was even staying with the guy in the same room. I thought we could have a friendly draw or something, but I never had the right appropriate moment to offer a draw. But it was funny because he played this really lame line with white. Like d4, g3, castles, rook e1 against the King's Indian, DK guy. Like g3 against the King's Indian with like c3 and rook e1 or something really lame. And then like I lost the extremely boring technical rook endgame. That should have been a draw. Man, this game is long. The road is long. You can tell why Topalov didn't win. I mean, he's got to be the favorite there. Of course, he may have not been a household name yet in 1991. He didn't have his coach, Silvio, there? Or why didn't he win? Silvio wasn't around. It's a good endgame. The two knights not easy to hold here. A lot of potential pawn breaks. G5, F5, C4. Black has to be careful of everything. Excuses. The early 90s. Not everybody had internet in the early 90s. We can't trust you with anything, DK guy. After 30 years, he reveals the secret. I have to be careful what we do. We're going to have to be careful. Yeah, who did win? Cool outs or something. So Delchev won. Oh, so Delchev revealed the secret. All right, this is better for white, obviously. But I'm about to lose on time. Not so easy still. Yeah, Troll Arena. We might have to go back to team system, Jim. After the Troll Arena this week. Alms missed it. You missed an awesome arena yesterday, Alms. Thank you for the donation. Good to see you back. They're even starting rumors. It's a good thing you came back when you did, because if you didn't, the rumors would even get worse. Stefano Scappa doing a great job here. Keeping it together with those two knights. He's fundamentally still okay. You miss my stream too often because of the corona. You mean having it? You like got sick? You're talking about? Oh my god, I just played c4. Black has knight a5 here. Maybe it's not that good. Knight a5, b4. This is a super sharp position. e4 is even possible. e4, g5. Wow. Your chess club is online now and you have to manage that. Okay. Yeah, actually, Blobix hasn't been around, and I think he's doing something similar. Like he's setting up teams, and seems like he's been really active on lichess, but he hasn't been at my stream at all. What's going on in this position? Unclear. The engine actually likes black better. Wow. Okay, I wasn't happy about c4. It's the best move according to the engine. I can't let the knight in here. So I have to do something. Maybe c3 is more fluid. I don't know. But black is better now. Wow. Great game by Stefanos. I had to find a really accurate move that I never would have found, f4. That's hard to even come up with. Maybe in a long game. I want to undermine black's center. I mean, that's the whole idea. Open the position for the two bishops and undermine his center, but f4 would require a lot of calculation. I don't even understand how that works. That's just too deep for me. f4, pawn takes pawn, castles g5. How does that work, master? And then like rook e1 and he resigns or something? Rook fe1. Can't get out of the pin? That's sick. This is a good game. Alright, weird openings. We're going to continue. DK guy. I just got a headache from drinking really cold drinks. You're the slowest guy. It's good to know that somebody's slower than me, Stefanos. I felt like I was the only one that's slow. I'm addicted to using time, you know? No, it's great to have Oms here. He usually plays in our arenas and stuff. So he's the one that's in charge of his chess club. Let's try c5. Greek style time management. Mañana. No, that's Mexican. Mexican Spanish. It's Latin. We'll just call it Latin time management. The Greeks are the same. I don't know if you've ever been here when I did my routine, but Jim knows it, you know. There was this master from Greece who lived in the US named George Alexopoulos, and he was like an FM or something. I don't even know if he's still alive. But he was pretty fat and very, very large and extremely slow. But not only like slow in like real life, like slow in time, like he lost every game on time. And he had this really thick like Greek accent. I don't know, I guess he worked in the United States and lived there, but he was Greek. And then so he was a really nice guy, you know, and intelligent, and you know, it was nice to talk to him, but the problem was like he was extremely slow in everything he did. So if he caught you, like got you to talk to him, you would be like trapped for like an hour. And it was like a torture, you know, but the guy was like too nice. You couldn't be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you or something like that. He was this extremely nice guy. So, yeah, William. But a lot of people do that, not just Greeks. It's very common with like you know, Yugoslavs and stuff. To say like William. Serbian people call me William too. He calls me William, but really slow. I lost by time again. You don't believe it. I don't believe it. I lose by time again. You can't track him at all? Yeah, I mean this was 25 years ago. And it was like 25 years ago when I met him. And he was middle-aged then, so it's possible he's not even alive anymore. Although a lot of people just like, kind of quit chess at some point, even masters. What am I doing here? Four pawns attack. He had a chess blog, a personal blog or something. Yeah, I don't know. Was he? Did you notice if he like was based in America or if he was in Greece? Man, this is an f4 pawns, 4 pawns attack against the Benoni. Rook e1. One gets the distinct impression. Okay. One gets the distinct impression that DK guy has played this before. We've gone into his home prep. He likes the 4 pawns attack against the Benoni, apparently. I never tried like a normal Benoni against him. But it's strange because he played, I chose to play g6. I don't know why I did that. Initially, I think I was going to go for something like e6 or e5, but I just played something random on the fly here. I've never seen anyone try to do f4 against this particular move order, anyway. Well, whatever. Schmid Benoni. Oh, you're playing this on purpose. You think you're playing weird? It's just weird to play c5 on move 1 for black, I think. I thought what you're playing is actually pretty principled. It may be weird for you, though. Weird is weird. There's an art to playing the black side of the Schmid Benoni, I suppose. How are we going to make this work now? Must play b5. Bring it on. Yeah, room tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, we don't have that many games submitted, like 4. Tomorrow's my subscriber stream. Look at this a4 guy, taking advantage of the fact that his knight is not on c3 yet. What an astounding move, a4. Must take. I'm not playing b4 and letting myself get like cemented here. What do you mean only 2 so far? I got 4. Masturbate. Stop divulging false information. Aspie just sends out random answers to questions. Knight a3. So what are you up to? What a weird position. I can't let you go there. I can't let you play knight c4, a5, knight c6. Now we both have stupid knights. Congratulations. Fine. I'm up a pawn, man. I've got e6 potentially. I don't know how e6 is going to work exactly. I want it to work. Just doesn't seem to quite work. I guess it's better just to get this out. Standard Benoni motif. No bad pieces. No pieces will be left behind. Nothing's unprotected, and I don't have any bad pieces trapped in. Agnes Kariuski, welcome. DK guy keeping his plus score. Trying to equal. Jim, what did you see? The Astrobate game from last week? We both have bad nights. We sort of cancel each other out. But he sacked a pawn temporarily with a4. Meanwhile, his center is getting detonated. I feel okay. Now, I have to take with the knight here. Heading for d4. Destroy enemy center. We're doing well. But I'm not sure if this is the best or what. Time will tell. We got a fork here. He's got to guard against that. He can take, obviously. Didn't want to take. He improved his bad knight. Can't say the same for mine. What do? Do I take this and go into the endgame? What did I do? I grabbed the board? Are you serious? I gotta change that setting. How was my board? Do you guys remember how big it was? My God. I'm not gonna lose on time. I'm gonna lose on time because of the grabbing the corner of the board. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Board grab. The board grab. Now what do? That away. Yes. You saw that. Sneaky. What am I doing? He's trying to break free with his rook. Sneaky. He got away. Just in time. Weird Wednesday. I managed to beat him in an F4 attack. Dr. Alenikov and Hiroku. So what was with Dr. Alenikov? We played them yesterday in a tournament? Welcome, DK Guy. Thank you for playing. Health Master. Weird openings Wednesday, guys. That's our only... We were able to equal the score against DK Guy with an F4 Benoni. He was forced to play outside his comfort zone. Interesting game. Once I played E6, I was fine. My Benoni isn't really that strong. Kaisa. Kaisa. How do we say it? I say Kaisha. All right. Weird openings Wednesday. Unusual stuff. Mutually weird stuff last game. 23 viewers. Where is everybody? They don't like weird openings. Honestly, if there was one stream that I would change, it would probably be this one. Some suggestions in the suggestion box for a new stream theme. I thought about doing just like classical openings, but that's kind of boring too. Okay, we need to play something unusual. No, I don't play the Mora, sorry. You can find a streamer where they do that. What am I gonna do? Maybe A3. I thought about playing a delayed A3. I play the Sicilian with black. I hate the Mora. E5. I will play the Mora sometimes if it's like a transposition, if I could get like a really good version of it, I guess, in some way. I just have to troll the Mora. I can't play that now. But I always thought it was a stupid opening. Of course, we are playing stupid openings today. H6. Well, this is just like a standard kind of closed Sicilian with A3 reversed. A3 is played by a lot of people on like move 2. Pretty common side variation. It went through a little bit of a trendy period there. I think that A3 G6 is good for black though. That's why I think it's interesting to delay it. Knight F3 and now A3. It's a little different. Once he puts his knight on C6, we can meet G6 with C3, D4. At least what? They give me free tier 3 subs. There's a show that I rarely watch. Are you talking about something chess related? It's going to turn into a Joko with black playing C5. Joko piano with C5. The headband. Generally speaking, this white square bishop is black's best minor piece, so he probably doesn't want to trade it off or get it stuck on like H5 and G6. How could you tell, Baron Zen? We knew about that already, that he had multiple accounts. Well, he switched or whatever, because he came on with the other. He came on with the other before. B4 is kind of an interesting idea. I feel like I should castle here. Maybe D4. One of the cool things about the Joko Pianissimo, that's amazing you could tell that. Though I guess you've seen him on other streams. I've only played 7 games. He's playing a simul. Normally I don't accept challenges from people who are like simuling. But I guess since that's like a classical game, I'll let it slide. It's not like normal for low rated players to give simuls to higher rated players. Jim, thank you for the donation, man. I'm afraid at any moment like you could bust the Mamedyarov type of insane attack here, but I don't think it would be really sound. But if I'm like hosting a simul or something and I see that somebody's playing a game, I definitely, I won't take their challenge. We need to bust the center open. Well, I should say I should try to bust the center open since I have a lead in development. Need, maybe it's too strong of a word. But I'm not really sure how it would work. Like if I play D4, he can just sort of take it and hang on to that pawn. Asterbate likes to play B4. in the Joko piano. It's not clear how I can do this without sacrificing a pawn. I haven't done an over the board simul in many, many years. God, I don't even remember. It's the last time I did an over the board simul before I moved to Hungary. I'm not involved in chess, like teaching in Hungary, really. So, no occasion for that here. Similes. Barons and Knight. Avatars up your alley? No, the avatars are cool. I want to implement that. They're fine. I like the Panda Bandit Panda one. Nobody remembers the pufferfish though from my American streaming days. He's in the storage unit in Massachusetts. I didn't bring him to Hungary, sadly. It's just like, it's really awkward. I was afraid, like, transporting. I was actually afraid of transporting a stuffed pufferfish might be against international law. I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to, like, put it in my suitcase and have, like, the customs officials think I was, like, doing something illegal. Master Fugu. So he's just chilling in the storage unit. But Berenson submitted some avatars, or emotes, whatever. It's been a decoration for so long, it's hard to call it bio. I mean, it's basically, it's like, it's weird, I wasn't even thinking about it. Okay. What am I doing? I'm going to drop a rook. Wow. No, black's dead. Dead. This was crazy. He just didn't recapture on... First of all, he played knight b8. Well, he has to do something. And then he didn't recapture on a6. You have to. But I mean, basically, when I played b4, he took on b4. I think this is a huge mistake. There's no reason for you to give up the center here, is there? No, but queen g4 might be a problem. I probably have to take this. Best to be on the safe side. No, seriously, Berenson, thanks for the emotes. I definitely want to do that. I'm actually getting less work done during the coronavirus rather than more. As I said yesterday, I saw on BBC this like checklist of like signs that you have depression. I have like all the signs except for coronavirus depression. All the signs except for being suicidal. Okay, I mean yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're sub avatars, of course. We have emotes. For subscriber levels already. You ran out of stuff. Never did castle. I wonder if anyone ever played this. Because I was seriously toying with this A3, this delayed A3. Only 4 games. Boros Danish, chess streamer, chess dweeb. Someone's actually named Maga. What if you were like named MAGA Trump? Sadly, there probably are people that are going to grow up with that name now. But anyways, knight f3, knight c6, a3. Alright, it's a delayed a3 variation. Kind of fun. Dr. Alan... Why is this Dr. Alenikov? Dr. Alenikov. Dr. Allen. The insidious Dr. Allen. H.P. Lovecraft. The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. That was double L. Different Dr. Allen. So anyway, if you don't know, I'm kind of a fan of horror writing, stuff like that. Dr. Alenikov, where are you? $30 months? Astrobay needs his 2-year sub avatar. He set a star by his name for 28 months. Fighting for the rights of subscribers everywhere. Dr. Alenikov, we played yesterday. Now, remind me what that was like. Oh. I was black. It was a London? You don't play the London, do you? You better not play the London system. But anyway, it's supposed to be weird openings. Can we play some kind of gambit, maybe? See, if I play knight f6, they play bishop f4, the gambits go out the window. Weird openings Wednesday. Yeah, Astrobait is awesome. Even I'm just a 36-month subscriber. I think that's our maximum, 35 or 36. I can't play the Benoni again. That seems repetitive. Let's play the Mexican defense. Build that wall. Just kidding. I'm not a supporter of the Mexican border wall. But we had this crazy game like last year where we were joking about it. It was a Mexican defense and white built a kind of wall. Black was able to overcome it. Yeah, I figured it would be a London system. But I think this is good against the London system. Well, you know, if it's not good, it's okay. We can be combative. We can try to be combative against that. White's attempts to control or fight for control of e5. What's wrong with like knight f6 here? Nothing. Just a weird position. Knight c6 is just a weird move. I play the Dutch like only in these streams. I never play the Dutch in a tournament game. I have a good score against the Dutch, actually. I remember ChessBase back in the day when I used to use ChessBase. They had this like feature where you could like research opponents. I forget what it was called. Player. You could come up with like a profile on players and stuff. And I think like the Dutch was my best. Dutch was like my best opening to play against. This is basically what happened in our other game. Now I remember. It was knight on d7, same position. I can do the same thing with my knight on c6. That's the only difference. So yesterday's game with Dr. Allen was knight on d7, and then this position arose with my knight on d7. He played knight e, yeah, same thing. There's no options for knight d7, knight f6 here, though. Like, I have to go into this. The wall. Doesn't, man. The wall is merely political symbolism. h5. Can I play h5? h5, h4. Anyway, I really need to develop my pieces and enunciate my words while I'm getting at it. Getting at it sounds like Chris Cuomo. I wish I had a job where I made like his money. All right, but anyway. Bishop g7. Your black repertoire against d4 is Dutch Benoni. Is this degenerate? It's psycho-aggressive. I had a friend. He used to play the Dutch and Alyekin, and it never occurred to me, but that's like the most aggressive repertoire you can possibly have. Did you say the Dutch and the Benoni? Oh, against e4, yeah. You probably play the Alyekin against e4, or you should. It's not degenerate. It's a very aggressive repertoire. You'd probably suffer mightily if you played Masters all the time. But it's got to be a good way to play against equal or weaker players. h5 is interesting. What does he do about that? Like, seriously. Like, seriously. I know this is mildly psycho. I don't advocate, like, weakening your king side without any justification, but I think this is probably semi-justified. Semi-justified. Perhaps I underestimated this move. I expected only h3. Thought I was going to take this. Whatever. Now, Dr. Allen, how many games do you have again? Okay, he barely qualifies. Yesterday we saw a very solid game from Dr. Allen. This is like a Petrosian King's Indian. I mean, you're basically playing like you play very strategic type of game. I prefer the knight on d7 now. It feels like it would be better. Speaking of the Dutch, maybe necessary to play f5 at some point. Where is White's king going? You want to sacrifice a piece for his center? Anybody? Raise your hand. Maybe 4 drops one. We may be casting queenside. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to sacrifice these for 2 pawns. Years ago, I would tell the joke. I've been streaming here for like 3 years, some more, forever. And I've been streaming since 2016. That's insane. So 4 years? Where did the 4 years go? What? How is that even possible? He saw night before. Dr. Alenikov, 1874. 1784 in Bullet. Sees everything. Where am I going to put my pieces again? Queen h6 or something? Probably I should just castle kingside. I'm kind of big on waiting for my opponent to commit themselves first. D5 is dangerous. Alright, let's just castle. He can castle queenside if he wants to. Maybe knight a5. I mean a5, knight b4. Look at that. Instantly, he played that move. Instantly. He has 5 minutes. He's 1908. Did he go up since yesterday? Seems like his rating went up since yesterday. Wasn't he like 1800 something? He is listening to me. I didn't play a5. What happened to a5? Yeah, well, that's obviously why I don't play rated games here. One of the many reasons. First of all, people will just want to like beat me to take my rating points, even if necessary, cheating. Secondly, I, give suggestions. Now, a4 is not a good move. Played a perfect game until the move a4, pretty much. It doesn't lose, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to help me play knight b4. I would have had to sacrifice a piece to do that. Now I can do it for free. Well, this is not a moment to think too much. I mean, bishop h7 check will probably lose a bishop. f5 will happen. Don't listen to me. Maybe he's not listening to me. This bishop is likely trapped. I think he played perfectly until move 17. In a way, Now he loses a piece. That's not good. Anyway, what do we want to do? Rook takes. This is a tempo. He has to play queen b1 or lose another exchange. There are a lot of good moves. Did I just have his queen trapped? Oh my god. Trapping his queen? Bishop c6, it's not so easy. Bishop c6 just traps his queen. Alright, sorry. I'd rather win the exchange than trap his queen. At least I saw it. We also have rook b8. In any case, this is totally lost for white. So, actually a really interesting opening. It's never been played. Weird. I've looked over this, okay? You guys think I'm just making this up. So, Chess played knight h5 along with Lawrence Trent. This seems like a reasonable system for black. So no one's played bishop g5, but d5 is probably not a good move. Or is it a good move? Sevan Buscara. It is a move. Anyway, interesting stuff. Now, I think you played a good game until a4. Position is totally up for grabs here after a5. I mean, I'm obviously thinking about playing this as a sacrifice with knight b4. But it's not clear it would work, yet. He could always take and play knight b1. It could get pretty weird, though. His queen can get trapped. I might be able to play like a piece sacrifice. He's close to getting bishop takes d4, knight takes d4 here. That kind of thing. It was risky to castle queenside, by the way. I mean, you don't have to. You can castle short. It's the best move. Petrosian against the King's Indian. Maybe just castle short. It's actually really hard for me to attack these pawns. And you can protect e3. If you told me, like, if you asked me to guess what the opening was, I would guess it was, I don't know what I would guess it was, what it was. It can't be a King's Indian because your pawn is back on e3, not on e4. It can't be a classical King's Indian. I would guess it was like a bishop g5, Smyslov King's Indian, which I play with white. Alright, Hiroku. Antalya challenged me to rated. I don't do rated because I like to tell my opponents what to play. What's up, guys? Cormoran sent me a message. Got it. No, I did get it. I appreciate it. Your input, Cormoran. I'd like to thank Jim and Baronzen for donating. Yeah, I did get your message. I'm slow about returning messages, but I usually get around to it. I was pretty tired last night. Alright, d4, e6. Busy schedule here under lockdown. I should really go for a walk today. Get some fresh air. I almost live in the same room for like 22 hours a day. e4, d5. French. Can we play a winnower? Oh, this is an advanced variation. In order to play the winnower, I have to play knight c3. What am I talking about? Hikaru. Hiroku. Yeah, no, it's best to email me, but I do usually check my lichess messages. Email's a little more secure, but I tend to lose the lichess ones, but I wrote it down. Layla doesn't like the French. I don't like the French, man. Nimzovich. But most people know this if they play this opening. He's like blitzing off the moves. He's 1660. He's 1660. He beat me last time. He seems to be getting stronger. He beat me in 5+3 last time. He's used no time. He's 1800 in bullet. So what happens if I take on c5 here? Maybe I don't understand this. Like, he loses a rook if I play queen takes g7. I guess that's okay for white. I haven't heard much about Leela chess, to be frank. I don't think anybody wants to hear about computer chess during lockdown, to be quite honest. I think engines are going to be less popular publicly for certain reasons. It was all fun and games till we're all locked at home. Now we don't have, live tournaments. There's only online. People are going to start cheating more than ever. Let's not talk about computers. But I've never been a fan of sweeping things under the rug. But seriously, I mean, I noticed that it doesn't seem like we're hearing much about chess engines lately since lockdown started. Alright, I'm out of here. Queen is kind of artificially placed at c5. You don't normally want that to happen. Asterby would just sacrifice that pawn, right? Let me guess. There's no way this guy is 1660, by the way. I mean, how would that be possible? I don't understand it. Just doesn't make sense. You guys should see the way he beat me the last game. It was a great game. Almost perfect. This game also, there's no way you're 1660. I don't know what that's about, but it's starting to kind of make me a little bit paranoid. Black's play is basically close to perfect and faster than me. I was just joking. Hello, hello. Clearly you're interested in engine chess, and that's fine. Just funny nobody had brought up Leela for ages. I guess I'll have to like sack a pawn with bishop e3 at some point. That could lose a piece, actually. I think we're going to lose this guy 2 games in a row. He's stronger on lockdown than he was before. 1660. No need to shout. Alright, this is a weird opening. I don't play very often. I don't know it. Yeah, I don't need an engine that's going to beat me. I like the old Fritz programs, DK guy, when we actually had a chance. I used to play matches with like Fritz 8, Fritz 9, whatever the later ones were. I could occasionally take a game off it, maybe like 1 in 20, 1 in 15. We haven't heard anything about Alpha Zero, right? That was all the rage last year, or whenever. I can't keep track the last 4 years. I guess it was like 2 years ago when Alpha Zero started to be a big deal. Black strangely actually taking time here. Rather uncharacteristic of my opponent. That's a weird move. He suddenly got really passive when I thought he should have played f6. I actually thought I'm in trouble. We'll check after the game. Looks like I'm in clear trouble there. Now we have a strong attack, I would think. kind of standard. King's Indian attack. Queen c7. Get a knight on d6. Yeah, there is a channel. Mr. Coffee, do you know about that? Oh, this is freaky. He's 1660, right? Watch this. 1660. So I think he has a combination here. I was expecting knight takes e5. We'll check it after the game. Now, true 1660 shouldn't find that, but he might get lucky. He didn't find it. Possibly it didn't work somehow that I didn't see. But it was a long series of calculation. With knight takes e5 there, a very critical move. If that works, you know, it could save black's whole position. But it was really weird the way he spent like a minute and played rook e8. He had played like really well until that. And it's just unbelievably passive move. Probably need to open this position up. If I can. This is very weak, f6, so he needs to play f6. Now it may not work because of knight e6, knight e6, pawn takes d5, for example. But it's too late. I mean, his position is messed up. But frankly, like he just seemed to play rook e8. I don't know why he played rook e8. It's really weird. The game he beat me last time was extremely impressive. But I mean, so far it seems like a great game by black. Till rook e8. Okay, he made a slight inaccuracy here. Queen b6 he played quickly. It's technically wrong because I can take. He can't take with the bishop because of queen g7. So now I have an advantage. But it's not that big a deal. This I misjudged. Apparently I play h4. I thought queen c7, but then I play rook e1. If h4, queen c7, I have like knight b5 and stuff. So I was hesitating too much here. Should have just played h4 right away. You gotta play f6 in this position. I thought he was actually doing fine. To me, it looks like white could easily lose after f6. Here he thought forever and played rook e8, which was weird because every other move he played almost instantly. Think long, think wrong, right? Who said that yesterday? This is weird. If he just trusts his instinct to play f6. I'm suddenly in trouble. I don't really like white. I don't want to take this pawn on g6. This sucks. Bishop g6, h takes g6, queen takes g6, e takes f5, or knight takes e5, and the file opens up against my f pawn. This is not good. You know, this is easy to lose. Now, really easy to lose for white. So that was weird. No, he played last time against me a really good game. Eventually I dropped a piece, but he defended super well. Queen f4 good instead of c4. I don't think it matters. White's position is winning. Oh, I wanted to check knight takes e5 right here. Maybe I missed something. No. See, this is the problem. He has this move. Knight c8, rook c8, queen e5, f6. So rook e5, f6 is better, but I'm still losing a pawn temporarily. I'm not a computer, for sure. Apparently I had this, which I wouldn't have found, but rook e6, knight e6, knight e6, queen e6, and bishop g6. King h8, bishop f5, winning the exchange, and I'm threatening this. You know, in a tournament game I would find that, but in blitz I'm not really thinking that quick. Jim submitted a game for Thursday. Guys, tomorrow we have a subscriber stream. We go over games submitted by the subscribers to our Twitch stream. So queen f4 instead of c4. Again, I don't think it matters here. The end just says they're like equivalent. Maybe queen f4 is slightly better. Yeah, threatening mate with queen f6. He has to play f5, and then I guess he could still play c4. It doesn't matter though. I mean, he's probably lost now. Once he has to give up the exchange, it doesn't matter. All right, we've got half an hour left. Asmir, this guy challenged me again. I will ban people if they like repeatedly keep issuing challenges that I decline. Ban, I mean, I'll just block him. It's just this, you know. If I'm not accepting a challenge, there's a reason for it. They'll keep re-challenging me. I'm declining his challenge because it's rated, and I don't play rated on my stream. Maybe off stream, it's fine. All right. Getting sunburn as we speak. Thinking about what kind of opening we could play. Wednesdays I try to play different stuff, keep it fun. You like checking games with engines? Then getting the test result for an exam. I'm not sure. It sounds too complicated, a sentence. I can't follow you. That requires thinking. Thinking is not my strong point. Perhaps I should sharpen you a 100-game bullet match. I'm against bullet in principle. I might play like 3-minute. I liked life better when I didn't work, you know. D4, D6. I used to play poker all the time. It was technically kind of work, but it was more fun. Though kind of stressful. But when I did play chess, it was purely for entertainment purposes. I have not played a lot of blitz, you know, for my own personal enjoyment in a very long time. So I wanted to play something unusual here. Yeah, I'm a DK guy. I wish I had the energy for that. As Bob says, I'm going to go for a walk today. All right, let's play c6. So we got him to transpose to e4. It's a check, Benoni, check, Benoni, check. Check defense. I'm actually going to go outside the house for a walk today, I think. Don't have much time, though. Even today, I have like no free time. Or when I do have free time, I'm tired. And I don't feel like playing. You raced bicycles for years. Everyone thought everyone else cheated as well. Oh, in bicycle racing? Yeah, well, it's not quite as dramatic. Lance Armstrong. I mean, I'm sure the margins there of cheating are important, but it's not like, you know, somebody else riding the bicycle, like having a machine ride the bicycle for you. Not quite as bad. This is bad, man. E5. Doping in sports is serious stuff, but I don't trust online poker. Not the only reason I stopped playing online poker, though. It was just a lot of stress, you know, and it's not dependable, and you don't know, and it made me crazy, paranoid, and I want to be sane. Knight d1. It's like equal. Equal ending. Black is not critically tested by this, though. e5 is not a good move. Mainline is f4. A lot of people will just play stuff like knight f3 here. Black will typically play, I'm sorry, after c6, f4, or even just knight f3. But e5 kind of gives away white's advantage. Okay, I think he still might be equal. I don't know this opening, so I'm just figuring it out on my own. Maybe I should play my knight to d5 and just establish in the center. If knight g4, f4, and I'm a little skeptical of black's position. I think we need to stay in the center. Knight d7 bottles me up too much. Yeah, like I love playing poker, man, but it just kind of drove me crazy after a while. Chess is like, okay, at least you're not playing for money. You know, you get angry even in chess sometimes, but like rage tilting in poker was a very unpleasant sort of thing to do. I'm not that self-controlled. I mean, white isn't really worse here. I could easily be worse in this position. Yeah, that's like really old school. Paradise poker. God. That's when I started. I didn't play on that site, but in that era, when online poker started, I started to get interested in it. I actually knew how to play since I was a little kid, like way before I played chess. We used to play with my friends. Poker's a little more accessible to the general public than chess, at least where I come from. Man, we've got crazy ambulances coming. Yeah, of course I play live poker, but not a lot. You know, sometimes. In Budapest, unfortunately, the scene is gone. The government, like, shut down everything. We had a live poker club boom, like, in the mid-2000s. But at one point, they started cracking down a lot of poker like clubs, like not paying taxes and stuff. And it got to the point where the government just shut it down almost completely. So now there's like nothing. It's a sad thing. You don't even have like a normal, there's no normal casino in Budapest. It's ridiculous. Um, the casinos are horrible. There's like two or three casinos in Budapest. They're just like the worst I've ever seen. Not like they're great in like Germany or anything, but the industry is just really stupid. They could have made like successful poker scene here, and the government could make money. Everybody could be happy, but greed always like destroys everything from one side or the other. Yeah, I wouldn't do Southeast Asia. We have a guy who comes to stream all the time. Hello, hello. Who's living in like Cambodia. He's been all around. I don't think he gambles, but Eastern Europe is one thing. It's not wild like Southeast Asia. Um, but I'm just sorry for the poker scene here because it just died. There's no need it had to die. So Osmir is one pawn down with the worst structure. Two bishops gives him a little bit of compensation. Yeah, I'm not traveling anywhere. Nobody can travel anywhere. But in Southeast Asia, maybe you can actually. You know, is travel pretty much like open game in like Thailand and stuff? I guess there's no restrictions. The rest of the world seems to be a problem. The last time I saw, apparently you could like freely travel in and out of countries there. You can't leave your province. Well, I was supposed to go back to the United States to visit in the summer, and it looks like I can't, you know, even maybe in July when I was supposed to go. I have things I have to take care of. Life is complicated now. Good try by Osmir. Maybe rook g5. I don't know where it's going though. I lived in Massachusetts in the United States. Now I just have a storage unit. I had to sell everything last year. But I want to get rid of the storage unit too, and I can't even like go back to clean it out or sell stuff. It was supposed to be temporary. This is really a pain. So how about this endgame? I don't like these pawns, the isolated pawns. This is just a patent blunder. So you have to exchange rooks there, Osmirs, or at least avoid the exchange of rooks. Maybe rook a3. I don't see how you can live with my rook here. I would just exchange rooks, bring your king to the center, and I'm playing knight d5. How about exchanging rooks to c4? White's probably lost here. Anyways, it wasn't a good position. Too many weaknesses. One pawn down, you might be able to draw with bishop versus knight. If his pawn structure was perfect, like g3, this is a really tough ending for black to try to convert, especially with my pawns on the wrong color. Wow. Good try, f5. Pawn takes pawn. I guess it doesn't matter which way I take. Good practical move, you know, playing f5 here. Yeah, I lived in Boston for 15 years, guys. I went to school in Boston, lived there for a long time before I moved to Budapest. Good city, but it's ridiculously expensive, like most American states and places. I was joking yesterday on my stream that I moved to Hungary so that I could charge less for chess lessons and pass the savings on the consumer. Not my real reason for moving here. Of the South Shore. Alright guys, time for one more game, it looks like. 2 connected passed pawns, weight is lost. Yeah, I live pretty close. CM odd vibrated. No rated. The other guy stopped challenging me though. Guys, if you want to play, I have time for one more game. Then we gotta go. One more non-rated game. 5 plus 3 through 7 plus 3. Casual. Alright. You have 100 games? 70? Oh no. He's got 70? You need 100 non-bullet games. 71, 81, 91. He doesn't have enough games. Alright, I'll play him. But Berenson. Alright, we'll play Berenson. He's consistently been here and supported the stream. Berenson is a subscriber, right? So I have to play him first. Alright, E4. Last game, guys. I gotta go. Thanks everyone for watching and supporting my stream. The toilet. No, this is not the toilet variation. That's in the Grand Prix. This is like a Dunst opening, okay? Technically the best move is D4, but I like open positions better. So I'm going to play it this way. How is this? Not great. I played this way against Asa Hoffman in Blitz. I remember a Blitz match at the Marshall Chess Club. Yeah, it was probably like one game like this. If Bishop F5, what's up with that? Queen H5 or something? Queen F3? Asa played the Dunst all the time. I'm not from New York, but I played him sometimes online too. Not a lot of people play the Dunst opening, you know? Remember, he was at the first tournament I ever... Like, one of the first tournaments I ever played in, he was hustling Blitz. Like 1986. Man, these ambulances are annoying. What are they doing? What is White doing now? This is a stupid move. I apologize for the ambulance sounds, but it's crazy here. I have to keep the window open to get some air in the room, but there's like continuous ambulances 24 hours a day. Even before there was coronavirus, ironically. It's not specifically because of that. It used to drive me crazy. Now I'm kind of getting used to it. It is kind of too much though when it's like every minute there's another one coming and another one coming. Like Chinese water torture. Again, like living in Boston for 15 years, I never heard of continuous ambulances. Hungarians eat Hungarian food. It's a pretty rich, you know, meat-based menu here. Yeah, I live near a major street. They use it for transporting patients, apparently. There was a scandal in Hungary about relocating a lot of hospital patients recently to free up beds for corona. And they like took a lot of cancer patients and really like chronically ill people and moved them and just dumped them on their families and stuff after like being in the hospital for a long time. Maybe they're moving more. Imagine you have like a chronically ill like relative and they just show up one day at the door. By the way, we brought mom back so we could free up some beds at the hospital. There was actually a story about a guy in Italy. No, it was India. No, it was England. An old man that his family brought him home from the hospital and saved his life. He would have died at the hospital. It was an Indian family from England. They actually saved the guy's life when he would have died for sure if they had just left him. But they needed like the whole family to care for him like 24/7. This is a good move. H4, you found that. Can I sack a piece here? Damn. This is going to take a little time now to reorganize. Chicken and pork, that sounds like Hungary. But we don't have meat that's like, you know, there's not as much cow because it's just expensive. Not like people, it's not against their religion, obviously. But chicken and pork the most common meat, you know, Hungarian food, and the least expensive. Of course, there's famous recipes in Hungarian like beefsteak tartare, which is basically raw beef with raw eggs and ketchup and mustard and stuff. Delicious. My son freaked out when I told him about that. Good defense here by Berentzen. Quick and practical. I never really know too much about Thai food. I mean, it's world famous everywhere, but a lot of people religiously sort of subscribe to Thai food. I just know it's spicy. I think I've been to a Thai restaurant like once or twice, but not something I know very well. Internationally renowned cuisine. Stop making me hungry, guys. We're not supposed to talk about food on the stream. Close to lunchtime. Hungarian food is very rich. You know, not light. Goulash, of course, famous. Definitely won't starve here unless, you know, vegetarian restaurants exist. It was funny, like the first time I came to Budapest in 1996, I had a friend he was not a vegetarian, but he liked vegetarian food a lot. So I literally was in Budapest for one day, my first visit in 1996, and he like made us go to a vegetarian restaurant. Now you trapped my rook. You better not. Almost trapped my rook. Yeah, Juicebox, the other guy who lives in Cambodia, he comes on a lot at weird hours. Stop making all these good moves. Damn. This is tricky. Paprika. One of the few things that's actually imported to the United States from Hungary that I can think of is Hungarian paprika. Though objectively, I'm sure it's like no different than any other. Handful of imports or exports that we have to the West. They should probably export like Hungarian wine, but I'm not sure it's very popular. Now that was strange decision by Berentzen. Of course, like Tokai wine, which is sweet dessert wine, is very famous. But there's a lot of wines in Hungary that are quite good. Just costs a lot more to export stuff to the United States from here than it does from South America. Toltot paprika, stuffed peppers. Of course, that's a common recipe, not only in Hungarian, probably, maybe in other countries as well. So, yeah, they do stuffed cabbages too, but I don't really like it. It's pretty strong. Not into the cabbages. Stop defending so well already. It's driving me crazy. Rook e4. It's a brilliant move. Now, how do I make progress from here? Not easy. We're going to have to make progress on the queen side, it looks like. I'm totally confused. Oh, h5. Well, that changes the calculation slightly. That will change calculations. Man, you still have a way to hold this. Incredible. How about c4? I don't know why I don't just play like rook h3. Probably was even better than what I did. Should I check? Does that help? No. I should have gone rook h3 right away, it looks like. You know, I'm lucky that in this position, after rook takes d3, he has rook takes g4, rook h3. Maybe he has that. Maybe he had a good move there. Did you have rook g4 right away instead of h7? And maybe you're hanging on or even winning in some lines? Now I'm winning. But this was not forced. Pretty easy now. No accidents can happen if my pawn is on a white square, hopefully. I specialize in minimizing my risk of losing. No, check this out. I gotta go, guys, but h7 wasn't necessary. So can you put up some more resistance with rook takes g4? Okay, maybe I'm winning. I have two connected passers, but this variation here, you guys can see this, right? Rook h3, bishop h4. See, the problem is if rook h4, I have bishop g3 check, king g2, rook takes, or even bishop takes. So he can't, let's see, he can play bishop h4. I mean, I have stuff with bishop e5 to stop the pawn, hopefully. But it's kind of complicated, you know. Apparently I was winning, but it's not easy. Good defense, a good try, you know. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks for playing. We'll be back tomorrow night. Google Translate. No, I don't have any GM norms. I'm not playing now, you know. I don't know. My goal is to win the World Senior Championship when I'm old enough. When I grow up, I'm going to win the World Senior Championship and become a Grandmaster in one go. So anyway, guys, we'll talk to you later. And we'll be here for Thursday, 6:30 p.m. CEST, Central European Summertime. I mean, like Larry Kaufman won the World Senior and got the GM title when he was like 70 years old, you know. Why can't I do it when I'm like 50? And he's a player who was really not like stronger than me. So there's always hope. Anyway, guys, I will be back so on Thursday. Thanks, Mr. Coffee, for your help. And have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Panda, say goodbye. Hey, thanks, guys. Sadly, we're not old enough to play in the World Senior yet. It's going to be a few years. Bye-bye.